While playing games, there's nothing better than being a badass, especially when you are one with amazing superpowers. Think about the recent PlayStation 4 release infamous Second Son, in which the government wants to capture all conduits. Normal geeks would call them mutants. And that brings me to that one cool movie that has me right where they want me at "oh my god, I need this movie now" status.
I was sent here for you.
From the future?
50 years from now.
Could you give me that one more time, please?
Stay with me.
What's up? My name is TamTu and you are watching Trailer Time on Zoomin TV Games. This is your weekly show in which we geek out over awesome movies in relation to just as awesome video games. This week we've got the second movie from Fox's new X-Men trilogy, X-Men Days of Future Past. I wasn't too excited about it before because I was skeptical about the mix-up of timelines and whatnot, but then they went and showed off what Blink and Iceman did. Iceman actually has his ice sled in this movie, and Blink has always been one of my favorite obscure characters in the X-Men universe. Besides those two, there's Wolverine, Young Xavier, Beast, Young Magneto, Mystique, Storm, Shadowcat, Colossus, Old Xavier, Old Magneto, Warpath, Bishop, Sunspot, and Havoc. But they're especially focusing on Quicksilver in this trailer, on how they're gonna bust out Magneto. Maybe they want to try and show off how cool they think he is compared to the other Quicksilver for Avengers 2. It's definitely not the outfit, I can tell you that. With all these characters in one movie, it's almost like the lineup of a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. And they actually had a X-Men vs. Street Fighter game, so there was all X-Men vs. Street Fighter characters.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter!
Something that the movie also has are Sentinels. Finally! Peter Dinklage as Bolivar Trask was teased at the end of The Wolverine from last year.
Trask Industries, solving tomorrow's problems today.
Kinda seen the internet kind of murmuring about how they look too much like robots and not the humanoid machines reminiscent of the comics and 90s cartoon as shown in X-Men 3. Need I remind you that design-wise, they kind of fit the image of how people in the 70s envisioned robots, and that they seem to use technology available of that age. Let's remember that there are two eras that this movie takes place in, the 70s and the future. So there are two kinds of Sentinels. The future ones kind of seem like the Nimrod-class Sentinels, which will make for an interesting contrast of action sequences. All in all, with Bryan Singer back at the helm, it looks to be an awesome setup to his next X-Men movie, X-Men Apocalypse. Which immediately reminds me of X-Men Legends 2: Rise of Apocalypse. This action role-playing game is almost 10 years old, but till today, it's still one of the highest rated video games based on X-Men. Apocalypse is an awesome villain, by the way. He's 5,000 years old and uses other mutants as his four horsemen. In the comics, he fought with both the X-Men and the Avengers. One can only hope, right? But back to the trailer. With so many powers displayed in it, which one seems to tickle your fancy the most? Or which mutant power would you like to have in real life? Let me know in the comments.
In the future.
Do I make it?
No.
So let's do some time traveling ourselves and take a look at the comments that you posted. When I asked you about movie scenes reminiscent of games, a lot of you cheered with me for a Mass Effect movie or TV show. You also mentioned a reverse effect and that you'd rather see some movies or shows into a video game such as Farscape, which is an awesome sci-fi show, by the way. Here's my thought on that. Are game developers maybe too busy trying to come up with new and innovation in gameplay mechanics all the time that they'd probably be better off just copying existing gameplay mechanics and just use that for a tie-in game? The Walking Dead games from Telltale, for example, uses fantastic storytelling with their own familiar point-and-click type format of game. So maybe stop trying too hard and do what works. Back in the day, platform games, beat-em-ups, and side-scrolling shooters were pretty much all the same, just with different sprites, skins, or graphics. Let me know what you think. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching this week's Trailer Time. Check out the rest of our Zoomin Games content. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and check out my channel in the description below as well. I'll see you next time.